Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today I have a few friends with me, and we are going to be doing something a little bit different. We are going to have a group discussion about what is going on between J.Cole and Noname. Guys, how do you feel about the situation? Franny, you go first. Ladies first.
You know, to be 100% honest, I may not be the best female representative here. Only because you gotta, I love J. Cole.
Same.
I am a huge J. Cole fan. And with his music, you really gotta dive deep into the lyrics. You can't just listen to him and be like, oh, he's saying this, he's saying that. He bashing women. He coming for us when we out here trying to make things happen. We got a whole movement going. I feel like that's the perception of the song here. Yeah. And I personally, I mean, he got some strong lines up in there where I was like, wait a minute now. Hold on.
That's what damn sure.
But as he wrapped the song up, even in the beginning, as he wraps the song up, I feel as though he wants more knowledge in a non-aggressive way.
That's one of the points that I made too as well. I feel you. Yes. Oh, somebody calling you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Nah, you straight. That's shit. That comes with the territory. Keith, what about
you?
That's how I feel. I didn't know people use Zoom like that. At the point you just get random calls out of nowhere, like, "Hey, well, let me zoom them real quick. Let's see what's up with them."
Let me zoom them real quick. First of all, that is funny.
Oh, yeah, I got their number. I ain't gonna text her. I'm gonna zoom her. Let's see
hold on, Chuck. Let me zoom you real quick. I
gotta zoom my cousin. I heard him.
That is funny. How you feel about the situation, man?
Interesting. I don't know. I feel perplexed. What I mean by that is when J. Cole was in his song, he literally said that, when there's something legitimate of like legitimate criticism that he feel like that he notices, he'll listen to it and see what's up. And he gave her credit for everything that she's doing, because he hasn't outright said that it's her. He said, hey, it's up to y'all, but since we're talking about it, it's most likely her.
Right.
And he just said that, hey, maybe instead of just being like attacking those who don't know, in fact help them understand. And like in layman's terms, it's like she is Malcolm X and he's Martin Luther King. Like she's old Malcolm X and then he's Martin Luther King. So it's on how to address the issue. Yeah, and like he's just saying that, hey, he does read, but he doesn't read as much as he should. He's not saying that he's like completely ignorant to the situation. So he's just saying that maybe there's more. He knows that he feels that there's more that he can do. So that's why, you've seen him in recent protests. Like he's been protesting even all the way back in Ferguson, but just still coming out of the shadows.
Okay. Yeah, all right. I feel you. So I see both perspectives. So I see how this could have been taken completely wrong because, I mean, I see that it did, but also a lot of Black women are getting really angry over this shit, especially on Twitter, because for one, like the J. Cole fans are saying, it's the same MO, like, because I'm one of those people usually, but they'd be like, oh man, you just didn't listen. Those lyrics just went over your head. Like, no, this song was pretty much it was clean, cut, and dry. Like, it was pretty straightforward. Like, you heard what he said, and we all understood what he said. But what I don't agree with is trying to cancel this man over that.
Yeah.
All of the stuff that J. Cole has done for us in our community, he said one thing, and now you just want him canceled. Look, I understand you may have taken this offensively, but I do not think that Black women should have taken this offensively. And I made a note of this because I think J. Cole truly, he had a moment of humanity when he put out that song. we look at J.Cole, like we put him on a pedestal, right? Like he's the upper echelon of a person, especially of a black man and a rapper. He's the upper echelon, right? I think I don't follow Noname. I don't follow Noname. I don't know how she posts. But from what I understand, he took it personally because maybe he let his own insecurities get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Are you saying he took
like
the critics of the song personally, or Noname song personally?
no, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. Noname, so she put out this comment saying that, you know, all these big rappers have been like really quiet with everything that's going on. So when he saw that post, he probably took that offensively because his own insecurities, because even at the end of the song, like you said, Franny, he specifically said that, well, damn, you know, maybe I'm not doing enough, because he said, yeah, he was like, there was this guy outside the store. He was like, hey man, I appreciate everything you're doing. And Cole was like, well, shit, am I really doing anything? Am I doing enough? And we've seen J.Cole in like pictures. Like he went to plenty of protests. He talks about this shit. And I don't know if that man donates any money or not. So I'm not going to say whether he does or doesn't, because just because you don't see stuff publicly doesn't mean that, you know, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Right.
So that's what my thing is. I just feel like he took it personally. So he decided to lash out. And he just showed his human side, because if somebody says something not necessarily directed to me, but I feel like it is, I might lash out too.
If you have like a small, like, yeah, I agree with you. Like you had like a small insecurity, like, you know, he's like you just said, he's doing stuff, but
Yeah.
to him, maybe he's holding his own self to a higher standard, saying, even though he's doing more than what a lot of these people on Twitter are probably tweeting
Mm-hmm.
about or stuff like that, even though he's doing more than the average person,
Yeah.
he just holds himself to like his own personal standards and say, hey, maybe I could be doing more this way or that way.
Exactly. And the fact that Noname is, I mean, apparently, like I said, I don't know, but apparently she's very involved in the community and she's very hip to what's going on and what's been going on to our people for years. So maybe he looks at her and be like, yo, I know I'm not as educated as you, but I want to be. So when you do that, like, I'm going to lash out. What you think, Franny?
I'm kind of in the middle on that. I feel like if it's a insecurity, then do more. I mean, if you hold yourself that high, then be that high. Do it. And then I'm like, on Noname's point of view, yeah, how fucking dare you come at me when I'm out here doing stuff? I'm tired of, I think the whole thing is, a lot of people who are quote unquote woke or more knowledgeable with this stuff are tired of explaining it. That's the thing.
That's a good
Do
point.
you know how much explaining one person has to do or has been doing?
Yeah.
And it's not really sinking into a lot of people.
That is a very good point.
And then J.Cole also mentioned in his song, hold on, let me go to the lyrics.
Yeah, you're fine. But why you do that?
Something.
Yeah, why you do that? I'll make another comment. But you know, I felt similar to J.Cole, because Keith, you and I had conversations about this before, about like how we wish that we could be doing more. And you know, you and I, we don't have money like that, dog. We don't have money like that. But we would donate, you know, a little bit here and there, because we haven't been going to protests like that, just because, you know, of a few reasons. Mainly my reason is COVID. Like, I still don't want to get sick, and niggas really think this shit has disappeared.
Yeah, like that's my whole thing, and I don't want to get my dad sick, who has like medical issues.
Exactly.
So
And both of
I'm
my parents have
doing it.
pre-existing. Yeah, I hear you. See? So, yeah. Did you find the lyric?
Mm-hmm.
What is
So
it?
he was like, fuck is the point of you preaching your message to those that already believe what you believe?
Mm-hmm.
I took that personally.
Yeah.
Because more action comes out of that. When you're preaching to people who are understanding what you're preaching, or who are understanding the level that you're at, more things can get done.
Yeah.
Yes, other people need to be more understanding. Yes, other people need to be taught the things that are going on, or the history of the things that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
And he even said something about freaking What he say? He said something about like attacking people. Hold on.
Yes.
He said, how you gonna lead when you attacking the very same niggas that really do need the shit that you saying? But it's like, it's not an attack.
Mm-hmm.
How? Like, I want to personally ask him how, whoever he's talking about, or women in general who are activists, how are we attacking those who really need it?
Okay, I hear you. Can you do you want to know what, like, how I felt about that line?
Mm-hmm.
Because when he said that, something clicked instantly, because I know people who personally do more than what I do and know more than me, most definitely. Like, I have those people. So I feel like those specific people, they look down on me because I don't know as much or I don't do as much. So I call those people social justice warriors. Let me tell you guys a quick story, right? There was this person that I briefly knew for a second. I saw her at Walmart, right? She's older lady. Used to work with her, right? And we were chopping it up, shooting the shit, whatever, blah blah blah. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get something to eat. And she's like, oh, where you getting something to eat from? I was like, I'll probably just go to Chick-fil-A. And she was like, Chick-fil-A, you need to shop at Black owned businesses. She said, instead of getting Chick-fil-A, why don't you just get chicken from Mama J's? Nigga, I live in Chesterfield. What? Are you going to give me gas? Like, what the?
Is there a Mama J's app like that she can just
Yes.
deliver right here?
It's like, what? She said Chick-fil-A is not for the cause, and they are not Black owned. I said, look, I said this to her too. I said, first of all, when it comes to Chick-fil-A, they are going to have to call me a nigga in my face in order for me to stop eating there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Chick-fil-A is one of those. It's one of those food restaurants that's just like, wow, what?
Yeah,
cancel them.
Yes, what? Right. It's the most reliable, right?
I canceled them.
Good. That's good.
All
honestly.
Right. Okay, Keith, that is good for you, but I know myself.
Oh.
Tanner.
I know. Shit.
Are you still eating Chick-fil-A?
Hell yes.
Wow.
Man, you probably had a number 5 before this meeting right here.
Yep. And you know what? I don't want to hear it, because this is why I hate cancel culture. Because people will say, oh man, we need to cancel them. They did this. Starbucks is a perfect example, because I remember that whole situation where those 2 Black guys got arrested for no reason at Starbucks. Mm-hmm. And then niggas was still going there. And now all of a sudden we gave you a second chance. You shouldn't have gave them a second chance in the first place. You canceled them, remember? Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to lie to myself. I'm going to be a real nigga and say, yeah, I still eat there.
Well, I canceled Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
It took a lot of willpower. But I did it.
Better than me.
Now, honestly, you can make a Chick-fil-A sandwich at home. They have recipes on Google.
This is fair. But also,
Pinterest is my best friend.
Hey, I feel you. But anyway, we're getting off topic. But yes, that's how I took that though, because I do not like social justice warriors. Mm-hmm. Like, be a happy medium. Teach me, don't preach to me. I don't like being talk to me, don't talk at me. So when he said that automatically let me like think about that lady, and that it triggered me, because I was like, oh my gosh, I know what this nigga is talking about. So he knows Noname on a personal level. I do not. Mm-hmm. So she could be like that, like towards him and his people, and we don't know. Like that's how she may come off. I'm not saying she is like that because I don't know that woman personally, but I'm saying that's how he could take things.
Yeah, and
I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I do. I don't know. Like I said before, I stand in the middle on this because I see 100% both views. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's however I feel this day is how I feel this day. If I'm more so on J.Cole side today, I could be more so on Noname side tomorrow. That's just where I'm at with this.
Nah, I feel you. And yeah, I'm most definitely, I understand both sides too. Like, I understand why, Black women would be up in arms, because that line of you need to watch your tone. Like, they look, Every black woman took that.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
Yes, let me go dissect this song.
And it was confusing because he called her a queen, but told her to watch her tone, like when he was talking
See,
to
and
her.
that's how folks get people. That's how
Yeah.
folks. No, don't try to use certain terminology to breeze over
Yeah.
the. I can't even. Okay,
Yeah,
now
I completely understand.
listening to the song, I'm not a listener. Well, I can't grasp a whole song just by listening to it. I need to read lyrics to really understand stuff.
Same.
So when I read the lyrics, let me tell you. So yesterday, I had to get up at the crack of dawn and make a 45-minute drive at 6 in the morning. So
Okay.
I played the song then because I heard about it that morning. So I played the song and I kept listening to it. I kept listening to it. I was like, yeah, it's a nice song right here. It's real good. So I listened to it on the way back home too. But I ain't look at the lyrics until today. And I was like, wait a minute, what did he say that? So I had to play the song and listen to the lyrics. Like, what is he really saying this right now? Like,
Yeah.
not J.cole. not Jermaine. Let me see. It's a line.
Such a double-edged sword. It's like such a double-edged sword because it's like we've all been saying, it's positive attributes and lessons that you can get from both sides. It's just so it's like in a way they're on the same page but also conflicting against each other. So it's like Noname song that I listened to. It was like I liked her song because she was bringing up, of course, the woman has gone missing and that was killed, and she brought it up in each even though it was a minute and something song, and the hooks that were placed in that song, she brought it up to so the listener can remember. But then she went on the offensive herself by saying, "Really, you gonna go in the studio make a song when da da
Yeah,
da?"
when all this stuff is going on. Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm like, dang, y'all kind of both in the studio right now. So,
Yeah.
so I mean, like,
That's the funniest shit
I
ever.
understand, I understand he did it first, but are you right by doing it back? Like, but it's like that whole thing. I believe both are going for a worthy cause and need to use. I think they need to make these songs because that is one of their big platforms to get dispersed. Like a song that you put out right here can go to somebody's iPhone in Malaysia. They might not exactly see that tweet in Malaysia because they may not have Twitter, but they may have a music source. So both platforms are good.
Right. See, yeah, I feel you, and I'm glad that was a good segue into her song because I was about to bring that up next. First off, I wish it was longer. 1:09 was not enough, but she said a lot by saying a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most definitely. Like Keith, like how you brought up, she was bringing up, another girl's gone missing, saying that, there's all this stuff that's going on in the world right now, but you want to come at me right now. You want to come at me. But I just thought about one thing. I was like, all this could have been settled with some direct messaging. Like, it's on your phone. All of this could have been settled. I really don't understand. But I thought I can see Noname's perspective. Like, salute. She can spit. And yeah, I thought that even though the song was only 1:09, I mean, I thought it was dope. Dope.
She said a whole lot.
What'd you say? Franny, what'd you say?
Oh, I was just saying she said a whole lot. She said she started off point blank to the period. The first line, I saw a demon on my shoulder.
Yeah.
That was a lot right there for me.
Yeah.
That was a whole lot. And in her third verse, when she's like, little did I know all my reading would be a bother. I feel like she took, well, of course she took his song personally.
Yeah.
But I feel like she took a particular line in his song personally for her to say that she thought all her reading would be a bother. So that means that she took that as in she can't be knowledgeable and just try to simplify it for you.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of women feel like that, especially being that I'm so close. I can't be as active as I want to in this movement, but being that I'm so close with people who are really out there on the front line and really doing stuff for Black Lives Matter.
Right.
A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I mean, I'm glad honestly, I am glad that both these artists put these songs out, because it's not just them who are feeling this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think you pretty much hit the nail right on the head, because if I was Noname, I would have took that shit a certain way too, because I'd have been like, okay, first of all, I didn't know that me being knowledgeable about something would offend anybody. And let's be honest, it is not a black woman's job or any job or anybody's job to educate anybody on this topic.
It's
On systemic racism, on racism, and it's no. Everybody should educate themselves. You know, I mean, if you want to seek guidance, then that's cool, but that is specifically not their job. But
exactly.
but at the same time, I don't necessarily think that's what J.Cole was trying to say, that was a black woman's job. I think he was saying that as someone that is knowledgeable, not just because she's a black woman, but as someone that is knowledgeable, then you should share your knowledge and, not look down on people who aren't as knowledgeable. I think that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
It just came off like weird.
It came off aggressively.
Yeah.
And I can say, as a female, I think a lot of females were upset about this, because a lot of people do look down on people who aren't as knowledgeable, and it's sad.
Yeah,
it's very unfortunate that they have that mindset. But a lot of people do look down on people who are not as knowledgeable. It's like, you don't know about this? Wow, why don't you know about this? But it's like, some people, not all black people were raised the same way that a particular person was raised. Some people don't have the sources to even get that knowledge.
This is true.
So
talk that shit.
Yeah, it's like, in his situation, not saying that he wasn't brought up on the exact foundings that maybe you or I or Tim or whatever was brought up to, but he grew up in a single family household with his mother, who was white. So there's very little things that she could say that gives the same lessons. Not saying that he grew up without knowing the difference or the disparities in society, but it's just that it wasn't as in a foundation as it is for me or you or anyone else who grew up with someone that was black.
Right.
So it just, I think if you want to look at it in that aspect, then you can say that, boom, that's the reason, or maybe the misconception in that, because he just didn't have the same upbringing.
He kind of addresses that in the song too, though.
Yeah, he does. But that is a very good point, Keith, because I forget that Cole is biracial all the time. I forget, because he's so for the people, So I really forget that's a big aspect of his life. But yeah, very good point. Now I'm gonna ask one more question. This is gonna be the last question to just wrap things up. How do you guys feel about this whole cancel J.Cole bullshit? I'm gonna just give my opinion real quick, and I'm gonna let you guys end it off, because I had a podcast episode on cancel culture, the Simple Logic podcast. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, and other podcast platforms.
Yeah, work on your plug.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying, go ahead, listen to the Simple Logic podcast. But anyway, so I had that episode on cancel culture, and I said I hate it and then I love it, but I mostly hate it. I like it because cancel culture puts people accountable. Like, it puts them accountable, and it puts it at the forefront, right? Saying, no, you did this. This is wrong. This is why you're wrong. But let me tell you why I hate it, because people are hypocrites. People are quick to cancel somebody and then go right back to doing whatever. You're trying to cancel J.Cole, the person who's been for us, who's made songs for us, talking about our plight for years, even in his mixtape, for years. You want to cancel this man because he said one thing that you interpreted a certain way? Get the fuck out of here. And these are the same people who still listen to fucking R. Kelly. R. Kelly is a monster. R. Kelly is a monster. He is a child predator. You guys, I said this on the podcast too. Do you guys know what I just found out? On Aaliyah's Age Ain't Nothing But a Number album. I did not even realize this. I looked at the album cover. She was 15 at the time. This nigga is on her album cover in the background, looking at her like a predator.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you
Yes.
didn't know that? You didn't
Mario,
know that?
look that up.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Freddie.
I didn't know that. He's literally right there. It's blurred out with a bald head with his glasses,
Yes.
just like.
What?
Yes, because he wrote that
didn't
album.
know that.
He wrote a lot of that album. Yes.
I did not know that.
He was messing with her when she was 15.
I knew that.
R.
He
Kelly
was like,
is
how old was he at the time?
old as a
It had
bitch.
to have been 25.
Yes. Yo, but people still listen to him. But that's my point. And even like, no offense, Keith, because I know you like him. Kevin Gates. Didn't Kevin Gates beat his girl?
No,
No.
he
I
didn't.
didn't say he
What
did that,
happened?
but he is a cheater.
What? I don't know anything about that. I haven't heard anything about that. But the situation was when he was on stage, this lady kept grabbing at him, and he gave her multiple warnings. He gave her
Okay.
multiple warnings to stop
Okay.
grabbing.
Mhm.
Then he
Okay.
goes up, and then she grabbed for his, his crotch, and then he
Okay.
shoved it off, just like how anyone would if you were in public, or if anything,
Mhm.
if somebody walked past you and just grabbed you in your personal area out of nowhere, especially, even if it's somebody you know in a relationship with, and they just do it out of nowhere. You just like, oh, what's going on? You'll bug back. So that's that whole situation.
Okay, fair. Thank you for the clarification, because I don't want to say anything wrong on here. So that's why I have you guys here. Another example. NBA Youngboy.
Yes, that one.
NBA Youngboy. Now, didn't he beat somebody? And matter of fact, not even that. He is infecting women like the fucking outbreak monkey with herpes.
With no
It's
remorse.
on video. It's
Oh
on
my,
video. Like, yeah, I think I know it was on. I don't know if it was his ex or something, but it's been
yeah.
multiple women, I believe.
Yes.
Mhm.
But people still fuck with him. That is my point. Like, don't be a hypocrite. You trying to cancel the wrong person. You are really trying to cancel the wrong person. That doesn't make any sense to me. What do you guys think? You could go
I
ahead.
100%.
Or Franny, don't matter. Whoever start talking first. Go ahead. No, you straight?
I 100% agree with you. I don't think he counseling for what? That's like counseling somebody for stating how they feel. I mean, that's how he feel. You can't say that his opinion is wrong, and if you get offended, that's just your own personal perspective on it.
Yeah.
That's your own take on it. You can't cancel someone who has been nothing but for Black people, and he has a white mama. He's nothing. Like you said, I forget the man biracial.
Yes.
He's all for the culture. He's all for us. So why cancel him? Because he's wanting to do more, but wants to understand more without being attacked or without being looked down upon.
Mm-hmm.
Explain that to me. No, I want to cancel him. Yeah, he had a few lines that's like, calm down, chill out. But it's not enough to cancel him.
Yes.
No, he's done way too much to be canceled.
Over any fucking thing. Cancel him. What about you, Keith?
Yeah, I agree with friend. Like he literally made a song just saying, "Hey, I want to learn more than what I already know, because I don't know that much compared to you. So I
Right.
want to at least get into a negotiable scene with you of conversation. Like we can be on somewhat even terms as far as knowledge." I mean, the whole idea of just like you said, cancel culture is both a good thing and bad thing. It's bad when it's just directed in the wrong places. Like, he's done so much for us, and when before everybody even knew his name, like, and when he was putting out those small albums and not albums but mixtapes that led to albums, and then et cetera, on every single album he spoke about that. What is it? Forest Hill Drive, For Your Eyes Only. Like literally, he went into like something, and people didn't like it, because it wasn't like to the tone of what they wanted to hear. So it's crazy. I feel that Twitter is, because it's mainly on Twitter, people are just trying to find the next thing to try and ride the wave of. Like, I was thinking to myself this morning, all of a sudden now all these people are posting about Black Lives Matter, but years ago, before any of this happened, where was that post? Oh, you was too busy posting about you going to Starbucks or you on a trail. All of a sudden, everybody and their grandma activists. Everybody out here. Everybody really out here now and shaming those who don't know. Like, my record shows on my conversations with people or what I posted on social media. It didn't
True.
just come up out of nowhere, out the water. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So I just find it interesting. He shouldn't be canceled. The people that you should be canceling aren't being even conversated about.
Isn't
Mm-mm,
that funny? But
mm-mm.
anyway, guys, this has been a dope conversation. This is I told y'all this was gonna go over real easy. Like it was just a smooth conversation. It's been 30 minutes if you didn't know already.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
word? Man,
Yeah. It's
I
been
had a note. What you
yeah.
say?
I say yeah. It's went by quick as fuck.
That's crazy because I had a one point that I wanted to make that I didn't even make all day.
See?
Dang.
And well, okay, so if you want to do it quick because you got 5 minutes and 50 seconds left
All
because
right,
I
bet.
don't
All
have the
right, bet.
pro
I'm
of
about to
Zoom.
make this real quick.
All right.
On No Name Some Song, did y'all pay attention to the last part when she was like, I'm the new Vanguard?
Yeah.
Did y'all look up what the word Vanguard means?
What does it mean?
A group of people leading the way in new development or ideas. So she's trying to
Mm.
be the person that's one of the definitions, but she's trying to be the person that expands it, her
Mm.
knowledge. So in a way, it sounds like she's agreeing with what J. Cole is asking her to just, speak more. I don't
Basically.
know.
Yeah.
That is a
Yeah.
good point. I'm glad you said that. Huh.
That is a really good point.
Yeah.
You know, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's what it comes down to.
It's always like that. Big
So.
facts. Well, before we go, guys, if you would like to share your social media, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you.
All right. Well, hey, you can follow me on IG. It is El Guapo _KB23. Also, I have a podcast as well called Guapo Talks,
Hey.
GUAPO. It's on Spotify and an app called Anchor.
Oh wow. I gotta go get on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
She's about to
if you
say.
guys want to follow me on Instagram, I do makeup tutorials, many makeup tutorials. You can follow me at Franiqua. That's Fran Equa, IQUA, because people can't really spell my name. Look for a YouTube channel coming out pretty soon.
Hey, if you need any tips with that, me and Micah got you.
With makeup.
No, YouTube. You
Oh.
crazy?
Oh, I was going to say Tanner has a lot
about the makeup.
he has all the contour.
Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this right now. Please, guys, if you haven't already, please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. If you are listening to this, because I may post this on the podcast, but I'm not sure yet. But just in case, if you're listening to this, please do me a favor and subscribe to WattsTV. Follow me on Twitch at Watts_TV94. I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night at 7 p.m. every week. And follow me on Instagram at T_Watts94 and my Twitter at WattsTV94. Thank you guys so much. Please do me a favor and share, like, and subscribe this video. And we out. Peace.